You've been at it for a year. You've fed the green owl every single day, 365 days straight without missing once. You've unlocked new levels, earned badges, climbed leaderboards. That silly owl has celebrated you hundreds of times with confetti and fanfare. You feel ready. So you open a manga, the thing you actually want to read, and you can't understand a single page. In fact, you learn you don't even have the kana down. How is that possible? How can you study a language for a year and still not be able to read it? Here's the answer the green owl doesn't want you to know. Duolingo was designed to make sure you never get there. The green owl gets paid when you fail. Let's talk about how Duolingo actually makes money. Because once you understand this, everything else clicks into place. If you're a paying subscriber, Duolingo makes money the longer you stay subscribed. The faster you become fluent, the sooner you cancel. The slower you learn, the longer you pay. That means the lifetime value of a Duolingo customer is inversely related to how quickly they reach fluency. Let that sink in. The app selling you fluency makes more money the longer you don't achieve it. Incentives drive outcomes, so you don't even need to look at the data to know that Duo is playing you. But what if you're in the free tier? Surely the incentives aren't as bad, right? You're right. They're even worse. If you're on the free plan, Duolingo makes money a completely different way, by showing you ads. The longer you stare at the app, the more ads they serve. The more sessions you complete, the more ad revenue they collect. You're not the customer, you're the product. Your eyeballs are what Duolingo is selling. Duolingo doesn't just need you to keep using the app, it needs you to keep looking at your screen, whether you're learning anything at all. Your fluency is irrelevant to their bottom line. Your attention is all that matters. Entertainment disguised as education. So how does Duolingo keep your eyes locked to a screen that will never get you where you want to go? By making the app entertaining. Not educational, entertaining. Think about what you actually do in Duolingo. You match tiles. You fill in blanks. You tap the right word from a multiple choice list. You collect XP. You compete on leaderboards. You watch confetti explode when you level up. You translate sentences like, "My dog is wearing shoes," into Japanese. Does any of that sound like learning a language? Or does it sound like playing a game? Duolingo isn't a language learning app. It's a mobile game with a language learning skin. And like every mobile game, it's engineered for one thing: keeping you playing. The green owl doesn't care if you learn Japanese. The green owl only cares that you open the app tomorrow. How the owl hijacks your desire to learn. Here's the cruelest part. You downloaded Duolingo because you genuinely wanted to learn Japanese. That desire, that impulse to improve yourself, to read manga in its original language, to understand anime without subtitles, that's real. That's yours. And Duolingo hijacks it. The app takes your authentic desire to learn and redirects it toward engagement metrics. Your goal was to read Japanese, now your goal is to protect a streak. Your goal was to understand native speakers, now your goal is to stay in the Diamond League. Your goal was fluency, now your goal is to collect gems and keep the owl happy. You didn't choose these goals, Duolingo chose them for you. And it did sit so gradually that you didn't even notice the switch. This is why Duolingo has to constantly bully you into using it. The passive-aggressive notifications, "These reminders don't seem to be working," we'll stop sending them. You made Duo sad. Looks like Japanese isn't for everyone. The guilt trips. The manufactured urgency about losing a streak that means nothing. The fake concern from a cartoon owl that doesn't care about you at all. If the app were actually working, if you were actually progressing towards fluency, you wouldn't need to be bullied. You'd be pulled in by your own motivation, by the thrill of reading a manga page and understanding it, by the rush of catching a joke in an anime. Real progress creates its own momentum. But Duolingo doesn't create real progress, so it has to manufacture fake motivation instead. Every notification is a confession. We know you're not getting results, so here's a guilt trip to keep you coming back anyway. Training wheels don't belong on the highway. Even if the owl's intentions were pure, and they're not, there's a deeper problem. The content inside Duolingo is not real Japanese. It's Japanese manufactured for an app. It's simplified, sanitized, and stripped of everything that makes the language actually work in the wild. Duolingo is training wheels. It teaches you some basic motions, hiragana, some vocabulary, simple sentence patterns. That part has limited value. But training wheels can only teach you how to not fall over. They cannot teach you how to ride. And the green L wants you to keep the training wheels on forever, grinding through level after level after level of manufactured sentences no native speaker has ever said or would ever say, while the app celebrates you and serves you ads. If you only engage with Duolingo Japanese, you will never learn to navigate real Japanese. You might be able to tap the right answer in the app, but you won't be able to read a manga, follow a conversation, or understand a single tweet. The vicious cycle. Here's where it all comes together, and where the green owl's business model becomes truly predatory. You spend months feeding the owl. You feel prepared. So you open a manga and it hits you. You can't understand it, not even close. The natural reaction? I must not be ready yet. I need to go back and study more. So you reopen Duolingo. The green owl welcomes you back with open wings and a push notification celebrating your return. You grind more levels. You review more lessons. You rebuild your streak. Then you try the real thing again, and you fail again. Study, attempt, fail, retreat. Study, attempt, fail, retreat. Each time you go back, you're putting the training wheels back on after falling off your bike. It feels safer. It feels productive. But the training wheels are the reason you keep failing. They prevented you from developing the balance you actually need. And the green owl, thrilled. Every retreat is another month of subscription revenue or another month of ad impressions. The cycle that's killing your progress is feeding Duolingo's business model. Your failure is their growth metric. The owl needs you to fail. This is the pre-fluency trap, a state of artificial progress that keeps you engaged, paying, and watching ads without ever getting close to the fluency you downloaded the app to achieve. The streaks, the badges, the leaderboards, they're not evidence of learning. They're the bars of a cage you built around yourself, one green checkmark at a time. The way out. The truth is uncomfortable but simple. The only way to learn to read Japanese is to read Japanese. Not Duolingo Japanese, real Japanese. Manga, novels, news articles, tweets, written by native speakers for native speakers. Yes, it will be hard at first. You will open a page and understand almost nothing. That's not a sign that you aren't ready. That's what learning actually feels like. The struggle is the progress. You need the basics first: hiragana, katakana, foundational grammar, core vocabulary. Get those as fast as you can. But the moment you have enough to start decoding real sentences, even badly, take the training wheels off. Close the app, ignore the guilt trip. The green owl will send you a notification. It'll tell you it misses you. It'll tell you you're about to lose your streak. It'll tell you that Japanese isn't for everyone. It'll try every manipulation tactic in its playbook to get your eyes back on that screen. Don't look back. Open your manga, start reading, look things up, struggle. Guess wrong, try again. That process, the messy, frustrating, slow process of wrestling with real language, is the only thing that will actually make you fluent. You don't need the green owl's permission. You don't need another level, another badge, or another streak. Stop studying. Start reading.